Some of us has heard of Murphy's Law, but who was Murphy and how did his famous law come about? We're in the queue waiting to pay the toll and we're in a hurry to get home, and then you notice with great surprise that all the other lanes of traffic are moving faster than yours. So you change lanes only to find to your horror that the cars in your new lane are stuck as well. And then you realize that the lane you just left is moving much faster, just like every other one around you. Welcome to the dystopian world of Murphy's Law. No, it's not a curse. It's the well-known axiom, what can go wrong will go wrong. Murphy's Law taps into our tendency to emphasize the negative and overlook the positive. Using the laws of probability, it seems to possess the certainty of certainty. But who was Murphy and how did his famous law come about? Edward Aloysius Murphy, Jr., 1918 to 1990, was an American aeronautical engineer who worked on safety systems. He fought in World War II as a member of the U.S. Army and rose to the rank of captain. In 1947, it finds him working at the U.S. Air Force Institute of Technology, designing rocket technology, and this is where he would formulate his famous law as part of his daily routine of trial and error. And he said, what can go wrong will. And he would monologue at each new hardware failure. However, it was a single test that triggered the first invocation of the law. In 1949, at Edwards Air Force Base in California, researchers were studying the effect of G, that is gravity, on the human body, Project MX981, trying to determine the exact number of G's, a pilot gravity force, a pilot could withstand, in order to incorporate this new knowledge into future aeronautical designs. And in the following months of failed tests, the assistance of engineer Murphy was enlisted, who adapted a series of sensors that could accurately measure the G-force exerted on the pilot. A happy accident, however, the wrong connection of the sensors by Murphy's assistant, resulted in the first formulation of his law, which took the form of a censure. If there are two ways of doing something and one of them leads to utter destruction, he, his assistant, will choose the wrong one. So, Murphy, generalizing the findings, Murphy had in his hands the infamous law, the universality of which left people speechless. Shortly thereafter, Murphy's law made its way into aeronautical reviews and magazines, and even into Jack Sachs' mountaineering book as an inscription in 1952, before passing into pop culture and everyday speech. Murphy was not at all happy with the common interpretation of his law, which insisted on seeing the twisted side of inanimate objects. Murphy, by contrast, saw that the law was a survival strategy in life, as part of a defense mechanism whereby you should always expect the worst case scenario to come true, in order for, of course, to protect yourself. As for the multiple developments of his law and his transfers to other areas of everyday life, Murphy limited himself to calling them ludicrous, trivial, and erroneous. The essence of Murphy's law was certainly not a new case. As early as 1928, magician Adam Hall Shirk hinted that in a magic trick, 9 out of 10 things that can go wrong usually will go wrong. Since the first formulation of Murphy's law, in that magical moment in 1949, numerous variations and generalizations have seen the light of day. Let's see the most popular ones. Even though Murphy's postulate succeeded in condensing all the world's pessimism, it did not go unanswered. There were not a few scholars who created their own formulations of the famous phrase, ending up today with thousands of variations of the original wording. What can go wrong will, Murphy said. McGillicuddy's addendum, at the worst possible time, is its addition, it will be your fault and everyone will know it. Murphy's law of thermodynamics, things get worse under pressure. Murphy's philosophy, smile, tomorrow will be worse. That's terrible. That's terrible. Smile, tomorrow will be worse. Oh my goodness. The quantum, that's terrible. The quantum, if I heard him say that, I would just say, geez, and then walk away from him. Now, because I wouldn't want his negative energy rubbing off on me. The quantum generalization of Murphy's law, everything will go wrong at once. Oh my goodness. Murphy's constant. The wear and tear of things is directly proportional to their value. Murphy's golden rule, whoever has the gold makes the rules. Oh my goodness. Murphy's golden rule. That I believe. Whoever has the gold makes the rules, he says. A Tory's observation, the other lanes move fast. Oh, I'm not going to be able to finish this. Barth's distinction, there are two kinds of people in the world. Those who divide people into species. Okay. Those who divide people into species and those who do not. Acton's law. Power corrupts. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. We know that one. Boob's law. You always find something in the last place you look. You always find something in the last place you look. Franklin's rule. Happy is he who expects nothing. Oh my goodness. As it will never disappoint. Is Sawi's law? Detour is always the longest route between two. I'm not going to make this. Isawi's law says, detour is always the longest route between 2 points. Well, that we know, of course. Now, the developments of Murphy's law, anything that can go wrong will. Beauty is only skin deep. Ugliness goes to... I'm not going to be able to make this. I'm not. This is terrible. Where did he come up with these things? Okay. Beauty is only skin deep. Ugliness goes to the bone. Never pick a fight with an idiot. Oh my God. There's a lot of wisdom in all this. Okay. Never pick a fight with an idiot. People might not know the difference. I'm crying. Okay. Never pick a fight with an idiot. People might not know the difference. Friends come and go, but enemies accumulate. Oh my God. This is words of wisdom here. Friends come and go, but enemies accumulate. Whatever you try to fix, it will take longer and cost more than you anticipate. The probability of a slice of bread falling buttered side down is directly proportionate to the price of the rug. Of the rug. Oh my goodness. Never sleep with someone crazier than you. The repairman will never have seen a model like yours in his life. The light at the end of the tunnel is the headlight of the train. Train coming at you. Oh my God. Okay, let's keep going. I'm trying to be serious here. After the headlight of the train coming at you, no matter how much you plowed the market before buying something, once you get it, you'll find it somewhere cheaper. To get a loan, you must first prove that you do not need it. And when a broken device goes to the repairer, it will always work perfectly. There's never time to do something right, but there is always time to do it again. Okay, that's the end of, we got to the end of the article. I'm sorry about my laughing fits, but this is just too beautiful philosophy. Okay, please leave your comments and thank you for your support. I've translated this for you from a Greek article. Thank you. Support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support, and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.